Picture predicting the devastation of wildfires only to discover they weren't merely the fury of nature but rather part of a dark scheme involving Hollywood elites. Hard to believe, isn't it?
There are 4 major fires burning across Los Angeles. Together, they have destroyed more than 12,000 structures, devastated entire neighborhoods, and sent tens of thousands of people fleeing for their lives. And with new worries, the fires will spread into other parts of Los Angeles County. Officials plan to shut off power to some locations. We have team coverage of the deadly fires tonight, including details on how the weather over the next few hours.
Allie Carter, a woman who claims to be a trafficking survivor, has become the focus of one of the most shocking allegations of the year. From Diddy's secret parties to ominous warnings about wildfires linked to concealed crimes. Her accusations have stirred a storm online, but what if her warnings go beyond mere conspiracy theories? What if there's a deeper connection between these devastating fires and the hidden secrets of the wealthy and powerful?
Countries. We all know that, but money's just money.
Then there are the Kardashians, with rumors circulating that they're stockpiling water during a crisis. It leaves us wondering, is Hollywood simply smoke and mirrors, or is there real fire beneath the surface?
Gas didn't fill the reservoirs, so all the fire reservoirs were not, so the fire trucks are there, they couldn't pump water.
They cut the water off.
They don't have water.
Surveys show LA did have water, but amid widespread frustration and a report that a local reservoir in the Palisades was offline and empty due to repairs, California Governor Gavin Newsom issued a review of Los Angeles water and power. Here's how the water supply system works and what we know about why hydrants ran out of water at the height of the Palisades fire. About 2/3 of LA County's water comes from sources outside of LA. And because LA is surrounded by mountains and hills, much of that water has to be pushed up to higher elevations.
Well, water is heavy, relatively speaking, and so it takes energy to pump it upstream.
Eric Porce, director of the California Institute for Water Resources, says you can think of the system sort of like a tree with interconnected branches. There are big trunk mains that move water from a source, like a water treatment plant or a reservoir, and carry it to smaller distribution mains, which split off from the trunk. From there, the water is moved through even smaller pipes or lateral lines that carry water to homes, businesses, and fire hydrants. In some areas, tanks and reservoirs are placed throughout the system to help maintain pressure, because pressure is what pushes water into all of the nodes. But during the LA wildfires, officials said intense demand overwhelmed the system, which drained several tanks and meant that there wasn't enough pressure to push water to hydrants up in the Palisades.
So I want to make sure that you understand there's water in the trunk line that just cannot get off the hill, because we cannot fill it, can't find.
In this video, we dive into the chilling connections between Carter's claims, the Los Angeles wildfires, and a name that keeps popping up, Diddy Combs. And yes, the Kardashians' water habits. Somehow they're tangled in this web too. Buckle up, because what starts as a wildfire might just burn through Hollywood's carefully crafted facade. Pacific Palisades fires weren't just devastating. They were downright strange. While countless homes and buildings were reduced to ashes, certain properties, like Diddy's estate, remained untouched. Theories quickly began to surface. Was this simply luck, superior fireproofing, or something more? Catherine Austin Fitz, a former HUD official turned conspiracy investigator, added fuel to the fire with her speculation that these wildfires might not be entirely natural. Her podcast comments about suborbital platforms and possible deliberate arson raised eyebrows, especially when linked to rumors about Diddy's alleged underground operations.
Holmes' Los Angeles mansion has been spared from the rampant flames engulfing the ritzy neighborhoods where several high-profile celebrities live. The flames have left 24 Californians dead, decimated 40,300 acres of land, and wrecked more than 12,300 structures. But the disgraced rapper's 17,000 square foot home, closely located to the chaos, has remained unscathed. The lavish house in Holmby Hills sits just outside of the Palisades fire's path, but has not been damaged by the disaster. Many celebrities who live in or near the Pacific Palisades area have been forced out of the neighborhoods. Anthony Hopkins, Paris Hilton, and John Goodman are just among the stars whose stunning mansions have been reduced to ash and rubble. As LA continues to battle these fires, Combs sits in his jail cell at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center as he awaits trial. He faces a slew of charges including trafficking, racketeering, and conspiracy. Some have even made baseless claims that the fires may have been started to cover up Diddy's alleged sex crimes and protect any allies he may have left.
Ali Carter's late 2024 words weren't just whispers, they were a warning. A survivor with a story tied to Hollywood's darkest secrets, she cryptically advised the public to watch for fires and explosions sparking flames. While many dismissed it as paranoia, her warning took on a chilling significance when the Pacific Palisades wildfires struck in early 2025. Carter's accusations, which began in 2020, evolved by 2024 into claims of trafficking by powerful Hollywood figures, allegedly tied to secret networks beneath famous landmarks. She spoke of underground tunnels linking Los Angeles hotspots. Despite skepticism, her claims gained traction online, and when the fires erupted, people remembered her eerie warning.
In Los Angeles, a warning more destructive winds could lead to explosive fire growth, prompting further red flag warnings across the city. Severe winds of up to 115 kilometres an hour are whipping through Southern California, putting residents again on alert for high fire danger. Correspondent Catherine Diss joins us now. Catherine, good morning. Can you tell us exactly what the situation is there now?
Good morning, Emma. Well, look, I'm at the base of Mandeville Canyon, which is an area under threat from the Palisades blaze. That is the largest still burning across Los Angeles. I'm outside a local fire station. These fire crews have been deployed to fight the fires in recent days, and they actually told us a story about how they were operating under torchlight until an entertainment union donated them a generator. Just shows you the community spirit project that we have going on here. But we've just taken a drive down Sunset Boulevard, which is just in front of me, to see the lineup of fire trucks poised and ready to deploy to any additional fires that break out, but also any flare-ups in existing ones. And we couldn't come to you from down there because there's just not enough signal, but I can tell you that the line of fire trucks stretches for almost 10 kilometres.
For central control go even harder, but the pushback, it's almost like, I don't know if you know what a game of Texas chicken is, when two cars will go at each other at 60 miles an hour and see who swerves first. So we call it Texas chicken. And there's a big geopolitical Texas chicken happening. It's one of the reasons so many people around the world are interested in this administration, and why I say, if you look around Trump and what he says, there is a multiple personality disorder, because these two arcs are going at each other and coming together, and there needs to be a reconciliation.
Satellite images showed lush lawns and sparkling pools, while nearby neighborhoods with strict water restrictions suffered. Critics argued that this misuse wasn't just selfish, it highlighted deeper systemic inequality.
Worry about the people that lost everything. You still got everything, okay? So worry about all the people that are walking around with absolutely nothing but the clothes on their back, all right? All the people in jail, and you're talking to a convict, lady. You know what I mean? All the people in jail, they're fine. All right, they got. Oh my God! I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Everybody needs like a cause. Hey, Hey, they committed a. God, I hate saying this. I was a criminal. Guys, I'm sorry, but just put out the damn fire and then we'll figure out what to do. This is not a good crime to go to jail for. Are you kidding? Oh no, this goes up there with the most.
L.E. Carter's warnings about the wildfires and Hollywood's dark underbelly have left the world questioning what's real and what's merely a conspiracy theory. Are these connections just coincidences? Or is there a hidden truth waiting to be uncovered as the ashes settle? One thing is clear, Hollywood is more than just glitz and glamour. It's a labyrinth of secrets, scandals, and stories that could very well ignite the world. If you found this expose as gripping as we did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden truths behind the headlines.
Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass is taking some serious. His firefighters tried to contain these blazes this week. They just sort of ran out of water in a lot of areas. Fire hydrants ran dry and people didn't even have water in their homes. I heard about one guy that was trying to protect his house from catching on fire with dirt and a shovel because he couldn't even use his hose. And this seems to have been a double failure of the fire department and the water department. And critics have pointed out that Mayor Karen Bass cut funding to the fire department by almost $18 million this year. And also, the Department of Water and Power has dealt with a lot of recent mismanagement and scandals. Its last commissioner was fired after less than a year on the job, and two of its last three general managers resigned in disgrace. One quit after wasting $40 million in funding on useless, nothing projects. And another one was actually sentenced to 6 years in jail for taking bribes. And even with the reduced funding and all of that, this really shouldn't have happened. One former commissioner of the LA Department of Water and Power told the LA Times that there could have and should have been fail-safes and backup systems in place that should have kept the water flowing and given the firefighters the tools they needed to fight the blazes. And I should also point out that this didn't just happen in the city. Fire hydrants were running dry throughout LA County, and this has also happened previously in other places around LA, in other cities and counties, where firefighters have just sort of run out of water while trying to fight wildfires. And local officials took a lot of heat for it back then, but for whatever reason, Los Angeles City and County just didn't seem to learn from those mistakes and were caught kind of flat-footed.